Hey guys, welcome back if you're already a subscriber of my channel, and if you're not, then hi, welcome. I'm Ketsia and this is Ketsi's Reads, where I mostly do book related content, but I also do the occasional hauls of books and of things I buy randomly because I love hauls. That's just something I love. I've done a bit of movie reviews too. So yeah, I love physical media. I love all those things. So if that sounds interesting to you and maybe something you would like to see, then you're very welcome to subscribe to my channel. But first, see this video, and if you like it, then I would very much appreciate if you would subscribe. Okay, so let's just get into the video because I could just keep on talking. Okay, so today, it's kind of like a negative kind of video. I don't really like doing these sorts of videos. I don't like DNF in books, to be honest. I'm very stubborn, so I would go through all of the book even if I don't like it most of the time. I did that in my previous video. You can go check it out. I'll put it up here in the cards. It was my a year-thon wrap up, and one of those books I did not like it at all, but since it was a readathon I was doing, I took it a bit more seriously. So I was like, I'm not going to DNF it. I was already almost done. So that was different from this book I'm going to show you guys today, that you already know what it is from the thumbnail. But that other book, I was almost done, so I was like, let me just finish it. This book, I didn't even get to the first 100 pages. And this book, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion. This is The Good Daughter by Karin. It doesn't have a dust cover because this is secondhand. This was free. I'm glad I didn't pay money for this. I'm glad this was free. That's a beautiful thing of getting almost all of my books free, that it's easier for me to DNF them because I didn't spend a whole lot of money on them. So I'm like, I have 100 other books I need to get to. So yeah, but you can see it here. It's The Good Daughter by Karin. And as you can see, a lovely DNF note in the front, so that I don't forget that I have to talk about it. Okay, so this book, I saw reviews obviously on BookTube, and I read some reviews too on Goodreads, and also on book recommendation groups on Facebook that I follow quite a few, and I didn't really see any negative reviews about this particular book. They were all like, oh, it's a really amazing, thriller. You're going to love it. I love the way the Slaughter writes, and, those sort of comments. And this was my first read, and possibly my last. I'll get there. You'll understand why I don't like it, the way she writes. This is going to be, I believe, my last book I try from this author in particular. Okay, so let's start. This book started out really good, guys, because the first, I believe it's, let me see here. Okay, the first 39 pages. The first 39 pages are the big, the gut punch, that gut punching moment in a book. It gives it, the first pages before even starting chapter 1. I'm going to spoil it, so if you don't want to be spoiled, then stop here. I don't recommend you read the book, so I could say read the book, then come here. Maybe read the first 39 pages and then come here. Or if you're like me and sometimes I don't really mind being spoiled too much, then just keep on watching. You're welcome if you want to, Okay, so what I was saying, the first 39 pages is about it. It presents you this family, this wife, husband, and 2 sisters. Their names are I believe is Samantha and Charlie. Those are the names of the 2 daughters. In those first pages, we get to see that their house has been burned down because their father is like I don't know I think it's like a lawyer or something. He defends like people that have done really bad stuff, like let's say like rapists, pedophiles, murderers, criminals, like people that most others like shun, do not like at all. So obviously they live in a really small town, so everybody knows who their dad is. They do not like him. I think they hate him. Like basically they hate him. And someone burns their house down because their father he defended a criminal, and the criminal I think was guilty and he got out, I believe. So the people were really pissed and they were like, we're going to burn your house down, we're going to terrorize your family, whatever. So yeah, one day, long story short, one day their mother and the 2 sisters are in the house, and 2 men come into the house. They threaten them. They come looking for their father. They don't find him, but that doesn't stop them from hurting the family. They kill the mother. Very gruesome death, very sad. That's like the very gut wrenching, gut punch of the book. The mother dies very horribly. The girls are obviously like traumatized. They go into the woods, and Samantha is injured. So, she's dealing with that obviously, and with her mom just died. One of the men, like, he leaves her for dead. He buries her. He didn't know she was alive, I believe, or I don't know if he knew she was alive. I don't know, but he basically buries her alive. And she, these last few pages, she's struggling to get out, and she finally gets out. And she's wondering, where's my sister, my dad? And yeah, that's how. And she sees like the police sirens or the ambulance lights, and that's where it ends. That's where the 39 pages end. And like up till then, I was like, yes, I this is really like thrilling. This is dark. Like, oh, what's going to happen next? So I was waiting after, the last few sentences that says is before chapter 1. It says another pair of lights floated by, not bumblebees, headlights. So she got out, and she's seeing these headlights, and that's it. It ends there. The chapter 1, I was expecting for Samantha to like wake up at the hospital, and she's dealing and seeing, we're going to see how she deals with all of this. And that does not happen. What does Karin Slaughter do? She skips a whole 28 years later. Almost 3 decades after the awful events. I do not like that. Like, what happened to these girls? They were like 13. Charlie was 13, I believe, and Samantha, the older one, was 15. And when, those first pages end, they're 9, and chapter 1 starts, they're like 41 and 43 years old. And it's like, I wanted to know what happens right after, the events. I wanted to know that. So That's one of the first things I did not like, that she just skipped over all those years. I did not like that at all. Okay, and I have a really unpopular opinion on this author. Okay, this author has a very negative way of seeing men. I'm not saying men are perfect. Women aren't either. We all know that. But she just blames like men for everything. All of the cops in this book were jocks when Charlie was in high school. Let me look for the specific passages too, so that you know what I mean. Okay, so I believe this is chapter 2. Seeing page 58 and 59. Okay, so basically she's going to Charlie. She's going to a school to retrieve her phone. She lost from a one night stand. From a guy she doesn't even know the name of, and when she's at that school, a school shooting occurs, and obviously the police get there, and it's a girl. She's like the classic, like, shy, mysterious, bully type that they always put in these like school shooting types of stories. And yeah, she describes, like, there's not one good cop. Like, they're all just bad. Like, they're all in page 58. She's like, one of the cops punched a locker so hard that the hinge broke on the metal door. Others kept clenching and unclenching their hands. A few walked back and forth across the short length of the hall like animals in a cage. Maybe they were animals. One wrong word could spark a kick, then a punch, then batons would be pulled, guns would be drawn, and they would set upon Kelly Wilson like jackals. It's like, wow, they're animals. All of them, really. So yeah, I have a problem with that. She's painting the whole police force in a really negative way, as if none of them can think for themselves and they are just all like a pack of animals. And I'm not in that crowd that thinks like that, so, that's my opinion, and you like it, you don't like it, I don't really care, it's my opinion. Okay, page 59, the next one. No one was listening. Her voice was too timid because every muscle in her body was telling her not to insert herself into this buzzsaw of masculine fury. It was like trying to stop dogs from fighting, except the dogs had loaded guns. Yeah, so she's blaming it on their masculinity, which, being a jerk and hitting someone doesn't really make a man masculine. I don't know what she has dealt with in her own life, but whatever she thinks masculinity is, it's not this. Yeah, it's not this, and she goes on. Jonah Vickery, an asshole jock she knew from high school, this is, the jock part, snapped out his metal baton. Of course he's a jock, of course. And, that's not the only jock. That's part of the police force. Page 60, the next page. One of the cops says, she's filming us. Greg Benner, another asshole jock. Oh. Like, did the jocks at her high school, like, didn't they have, like, any other skills? Or any other dreams apart from being the police? But it should be a respected job, but, like, to say that all the jocks in high school, like, they've all became cops. They're the police force in the town. It's, like, kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. That's my opinion, my humble opinion. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Come on, like, really? Cliche much? Yeah, that's what I think. And she just keeps saying she had seen this kind of behavior in almost every police force she had ever dealt with. No matter what, these guys always covered for each other. He'd been the same kind of sadist in high school. The uniform had only codified it. And I'm not saying that people don't use their jobs to be sadists, whatever, that's what she's implying. I'm not saying that, but she's implying that all of them, they're like, sadists, they're animals, they don't know how to control themselves. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're all using their jobs to... The characters she paints the police in, they're all just basically, using their jobs, their authority to curb their sadistic desires. Slaughter, you're kind of naughty, aren't ya? Yeah, so let's see where... Oh, yeah, and just a couple of pages. Oh, and what I just read was in page 63 at the bottom. And just a couple, 2 pages after that, 66, I just decided to just not finish this story. I do not like Charlie at all. She annoys me. Her way of thinking is very far from my way of thinking. You can clearly see that in my tone. I mean, this is how I feel. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't like the way, obviously what I've said, I don't like the way she portrayed the police in this. And to be honest, she's just annoying too. She's just annoying. I would have preferred to see what she did with the character of Samantha, which in my opinion was way more interesting. In my opinion, I've heard that she appears later on, but I don't want to just keep reading Charlie's point of view because I'm going to get really kind of disturbed, so I'm not going to put my brain through that. If you want to, you want to, if you enjoy this book, I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you're an idiot or anything. Like, you like what you decide to like, and I like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. That's my right. We live in a free country for now. So let's see. Let's see. I mean, I hope it stays a free country, really, because the way things are. Okay, so I didn't even rate this. I mean, 0 stars. Okay, I will rate it 1 star because from page 1 to 39, I liked the story. That could have been, for me, a short story, and I would have been really happy with that. If it would have ended like she crawls out of the mud, out of the, the hole where she was buried, and she comes out, and the book ends. I would have loved that. That would have been so much better, in my opinion. So I would recommend, maybe if you want to read it, or if you're thinking, read it to until the 39th page, and the other just... Or skim it, because I don't know, in my opinion, the character of Charlie and me do not click at all, and just I'm not interested in keeping from reading that. I think I'm like more mad because I had high hopes, more higher than I should have had for this book, because everybody was just like loving it so much, and I was like, oh, maybe I like thrillers, But I was like, no, I do not like that character. I told you, no. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to make... I'm not hating on Slaughter. I don't know her personally, and I don't really care. She's like, irrelevant. I don't... Like, she's an author. I don't really know her opinions. I mean, I think I can kind of know her opinions by reading this, but I'm not hating her. I'm not hating the people that like this book. I'm just saying that I did not like it, and I personally would not recommend it. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video because what I've seen when I looked on YouTube to see if anybody had DNF'd it or anybody had, you know, not that many, not that positive of a reaction on it. I just didn't find anything. If you see another video with someone that didn't like it, please tell me. I would like to know that I'm not alone. I mean, I think I'm not alone. There's always someone that's going to share your opinion with you, no matter how different you may think it is. Someone's going to share it. So I think there are people out there that did not like it too, and possibly possibly I think people maybe felt like I did, but a lot of people are scared of sharing their opinion because of what others might think. And you know what, I don't care. If you like me, you like me. If you don't like me, bye. There's a million other channels you can go to if you do not like my opinion, and that's the thesis. So yeah, I hope you like this video, and if you like the book, great. You know, I'm happy that you're reading. That's all I'm happy. You know, I'm happy that you're reading, even if it's something that I do not like. So please leave down in the comments if you have read the book, if you haven't, if you may be interested in reading it, if you somehow, you know, saw this video and now not so interested in reading it. I want it to be detailed because when I go into reviews, this is basically like a DNF review, so not the review of the whole book, but you know, still a review of what I read. I'm looking for details. Oh my god, I already passed the 15 mark of minutes. Okay, I'm trying. Okay, let's try to finish this. Okay, what I was saying is I like people to like detail what they liked, what they didn't like. But most of the people I've seen, like, they don't really, they're just like, oh, this book is good, I liked it. This book is bad, I didn't like it. And you know, it's exciting or it's boring, and they don't say anything much at all. And it's like, I want to be more in depth, so I want to have a channel where if I don't like something, I want to explain it why I do not like it. And I want people to subscribe to me that you know, that feel connected with me in my opinions, if you get what I mean. I don't want people to subscribe to me thinking in their head something other than what I truly am. So this turned into, like, you know, a speech, the king's speech, the queen's speech, you know. So guys, if you liked my content, this video, my face, hello there, my lipstick, then please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you when I post videos. And don't be shy, comment if you want to. Just, you may be seeing me and you're like, oh, you know, she's like, wow, she really says her opinion. And no, but I say my opinion, but if you have a different opinion, I'm not going to like, wah, if you get what I mean. I'm not going to be like, I hate you or something. No, everybody has a different opinion, whatever. We're humans, we're going to think differently. That's the way it is, and y'all have to accept it. Come on guys, everybody has different opinions, just accept it. So if you liked my video, please hit that like button and subscribe, guys. Okay, cheers and keep on reading. Bye.